Hi guys, welcome back to Baking Fiat. Today we're going to be making a Easter chocolate bark. So it's going to be like white chocolate with some Easter goodies, you know. Let's get it. And like the dyed Easter eggs, I'm using all natural dye. Yeah, let's get to it. I know it just feels like Lent just started, but Easter is right around the corner, so we're just doing a fun with kids. Okay, so I have 250 grams of white chocolate that I chopped up. We're just going to be sticking it in the microwave for 15-second intervals, okay? And we're stirring each time. Alright, let's go over candies. I have 35 grams of pastel candy, such as M&Ms. And then I have 11 grams of different kinds of Easter sprinkles that I threw in here. I have 50 grams of yogurt-covered pretzels I just chopped up, and maybe have the parent do that. I have 35 grams of robin's eggs. We're just chopping them up. You can have the kids do this one because we're just smashing them like this. You want them to be pieces this size. It's already starting to melt. I'm adding in 124 grams of white chocolate wafers. They're just melting chocolate. So we're looking pretty close to being done. We've got some chunks left of the wafers, so I'm going to stop this one and I'm going to let it sit while I start with my yellow. So I have 70 grams of yellow melting wafers, and I added 10 grams of white melting wafers. I'm looking for a pastel yellow color. We're gonna be swirling this in. Next up, we have 70 pink. It's hot pink. 70 pink, and we have 12 white. And we're just throwing it in the microwave. It's still pretty bright, so I'm gonna add 8 more grams of white. I'm hoping for some pastel-y colors. So I'm adding 19 more grams of white chocolate wafers to the white chocolate. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour a little here. I'm just swirling with a toothpick. So I'm just swirling in the yellow on top of the part with the pink. If you wanted to do this with just some food coloring, you could. I would just use some oil-based. Do not use water-based food coloring. Water and chocolate don't like each other. Let's add in our goodies. So I'm just pressing them in. So more is more when it comes to these kinds of things, because when you're breaking up the bark, you're gonna not see all that much. It might look a little more barren. That is looking good. I'm sure the kids will have fun with this. Just drizzling the pink on top. Totally optional. I'm just trying to use it up. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the fridge. Come see how pretty it is. Isn't that gorgeous? I can't wait to see what it looks like after we break it up. Okay, this is going into the fridge for a couple hours. Let's just see how long it takes. So here it is. If you crack it with your hands, it gives cool cuts. Recommend starting with the first initial cut yourself and then having the kids break it all apart. Okay, so here's our bark. Oh, it tastes nice. It's so cute. It's good with the white chocolate. Crowd pleaser with the kids? I think so. Okay, so let's boil eggs. So I'm using 6 eggs, but you can use as many as you want. You need to cover your water fully over the eggs. Let's put a lid on it. My eggs are going on medium-high heat to high heat until it boils. Alright, so I have a bowl for each food coloring. I'm using Watkins All Natural Food Dye. I'm adding more artificial later just to get this done quicker. You can buy this at Loblaws. So in each bowl, I'm putting 1 color and 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. I add a little bit later, about a tablespoon to each. So now that my eggs have reached boiling point, I'm going to take the lid off and boil them for 8 minutes. I like my eggs very hard boiled. You can use less time if you like them more soft. Now that it's been 8 minutes, let's drain the water. As the eggs finish boiling, you want to boil your water. You're using half a cup of boiled water in each bowl of food dye. I'm using 10 drops to start in each bowl for my food coloring, and the half cup of boiled water is just the minimum base. I also add more. So you want your eggs fully submerged, so that way they fully take on color on all surrounding sides of the egg. Mine take a while to take on the color because it is all natural. They take a whole lot quicker when you use food dye, artificial food dye. The base number is really just a base. You have to work off of it depending on how many eggs you want, how big your bowl is. You know, just keep adding to it. In my orange, I added some red artificial food dye and some turmeric. I also added red in all of my eggs for the artificial food dye. It made them all turn basically the same color, so I don't recommend doing that. I only had red artificial food dye. If you want to just stick to the all naturals, just add more food dye. It's gonna be fine. Okay, I'm just gonna pull out the eggs now. They've been sitting for a while. You don't have to use your hands. Because I added red to all of them, they just kind of all turn out red. So we're just gonna let them dry. I'm gonna put them in the fridge. You can eat them. As long as you don't keep them out for too long, you can eat them. You can make some deviled eggs with them. I'm not a big deviled eggs fan, but you know, maybe I will do a recipe. I don't know. Let me know if you want me to do a recipe on deviled eggs. It's my dad's favorite, I think. So I poured all of the liquid from our dyed eggs into this big jar. And I put 6 raw eggs. And I wanted to see if I can dye them overnight in the fridge. Please keep them in the fridge because I'm not pickling them. You know, you're not making pickled eggs. It's just raw eggs. But yeah, I just want to see if they are going to turn colors. Could turn brown. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I did these overnight. I've got my raw eggs in the leftover liquid. So I'm just taking some tongs. Oh, that's beautiful. Look how pretty these are. They're like mosaics. You're gonna crack open an egg? The inside is just a normal egg. The outside is just so pretty. So if you take a paper towel to it, it gets more faint. But the color is still there. Alright, well that was our little egg experiment. Egg experiment. I think these were super pretty. So if you want to do it in a mason jar or something, just fully submerge them You could do them overnight, super fun with the kids, and then in the morning you get a cool surprise. So why not? Thank you for watching my chocolate bark for Easter and my Easter dyed eggs. A like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Baking Fiat out.